Today we're going to talk about 4 things you need to do when you buy a home. 4 things, all right, not 5. 4. A lot of things you need to do, but we're going to concentrate on 4 today.
It's all we can handle. We've been locked in the house for a couple days.
Also, we're going to wrap up the celebration of our daughter-in-law Ines. She became a citizen of the United States last week.
I'm going to be official. I think I've been waiting for a really long time for this.
Final ceremony, so we're going to take you there and show you what happened there.
Congratulations, you are now our newest United States citizens.
And also our featured home of the week. Let's get started.
This is my country, my damn country. Give me my country, you can keep the rest.
Yeah, it is cold out there.
It's freezing.
Right.
And when I say freezing, I really mean it, because it gets down to like minus, I don't know, what was the worst? Minus 15 wind chill?
Yeah, I'd say about minus 15.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
It is very, we've been kind of cooped up in the house as well.
It's nothing to do in Tulsa when it's cold. Like that cold.
No.
My grandkids have been here, and they can't even go sledding because the wind chill is bad.
Yeah, they've been here staying with us. How many do we have?
3 of 6.
3 of the 6.
Could you imagine having 3 more?
All 6 of them are here at the same time.
Like,
but yeah, they're staying here, so we're having a lot of fun.
They're cute.
And we're kind of going stir crazy, though, because the roads have been really bad the last 2 days. I think it'll get better soon, though. But today we're going to talk about 4 things you should do when you look for a home to buy a house. Talk more on that. But first, let's wrap it up, put a bow on it. Our daughter-in-law, Ines, became a U.S. citizen last week.
It's exciting.
Ines Alonso Costa.
Thank you.
We told you that
Thank you so
2 or
much.
3 or 4 weeks ago, she passed her naturalization test. And the final step was the ceremony, and that was down in Oklahoma City at the immigration office last week. And there were a lot of people, family and friends there. There were, 38 people.
38 people from 19 different countries.
Very patriotic.
Yeah.
They sang the national anthem, and they recited the Pledge of Allegiance. And then we were allowed to come up and take pictures and videos from the front so we could face them as they were doing a lot of this, like the oath. And, she teared up.
Yeah, she did. She did.
That I will perform work
I will perform one
of national importance.
of national importance. I mean, how could you not? As I'm mentioning, it's been 10 years, over 10 years. So I'm happy it's over, and it was meaningful because I got my family here. I don't know if you can see my baby, and I'm just over the moon.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, you are now our newest United States citizens.
Wow. Well, congrats.
And I asked her, what are some of the first things she'll do now that she's a U.S. citizen? And here's what she said.
Well, I'm gonna have to get my driving license and my registration to vote. I think I need to do that right now.
And are you gonna get a passport?
I'm gonna get a passport
You'll
too.
have 2 now.
So, double
That's pretty
passport.
cool. Walk around with that. I mean,
And then I asked her, we talked about what her first meal will be as a U.S. citizen.
This is so funny because immediately I'm thinking, well, I want Mexican food.
Ooh, needs to be some type of like American barbecue.
okay.
I think barbecue. Yeah. Barbecue is the key to an American heart.
After that, we went to, what was that, Clark Crew.
Clark
which,
Crew. It's
Which
a
is barbecue.
barbecue. Really good. Really
And
yummy.
what a great American meal.
Yeah.
After becoming a U.S. citizen. So it was really nice. She got to go up to the front with our son, her husband Tommy, and their daughter Olivia, waving the flag, and they were so excited. Exciting moment for her and for us, and we're glad that's behind her. And we can just go from here.
Now we can just go back to selling houses.
That's right. Okay. Speaking of houses,
Yes.
Today, 4 things you need to do when buying a home. We'll start with number 1 here. Define and remember your price range.
Do you know why they say that?
Why is that?
Because so many times people will go into a house and they'll fall in love with something that's way above what they can afford, right?
Right.
So you really want to make sure that you've been guided to have your price point, and then make sure that you try not to go over it.
Right, and stick to that.
Mm-hmm.
And in number two, we kind of go with that. Work with a real estate professional. So as a realtor, you try. You don't show them things that are way above their price range.
I never
because you
do.
know beforehand.
Yeah.
What they can
Right.
what they can afford.
I think there's a misconception about real estate agents that they think that we're just all about the money and we're going to try to get somebody to spend more money.
Like if they're looking for a $300,000 home,
That we're going to pump it
you're
up to $400,000.
$400,000 or $500,000.
Yeah, it's
No.
not true. Well, it's
Right.
not true with me, and I know it's not true with my friends and my clients and that we work with people. I don't do that.
Because they have to qualify or be approved
Yeah, they have to be,
for the home that
you really should be
they buy.
pre-qualified before you even go and look at a house. You're wasting your time and the realtor's time if you don't have a pre-qualification letter. Because what if you find that house immediately and you want to make an offer and other people want to make an offer and it's a weekend? And this has happened to me before. And you're not ready. You might lose on that house because the other agent, the seller's agent, might not accept an offer from you without a letter. So make sure that you have your ducks in a row.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
It's a big deal.
Okay. Here's number 3. Don't rush. Evaluate your options.
Right. I always tell people, if you lose a house, it's kind of like buying a car. There's going to be another house. It's true.
There always is.
And
right?
it's usually better.
Right. And they fall in love and maybe they don't get the house that they want.
I have a great
They're
example.
heartbroken there and they go, I'll never find a house that I liked.
Okay, Gayla and Charles.
Right.
We did that just last month. So we found a house that they liked, put an offer on it. There was a competing offer. We did not get it. And they were pretty sad about it. They were pretty sad. And I was pretty sad for them. Fast forward 2 weeks from then, we found the perfect house. Better. I mean, it was exactly what they were looking for.
And they're happy with that.
And they're
aren't
so happy. They're so happy. Now we're getting ready to put their house on the market.
Right.
So, but yeah, sometimes you lose it and you just have to roll with it because a lot of times there's going to be another house.
Right.
Really.
Because if you rush, maybe you think, I got to have that house, then you're going to spend more
Sometimes.
than really that you want to spend, right?
Don't be desperate.
Yeah, good one. Okay, and number 4, move quickly when the time comes.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Make sure you're pre-qualified, working with an agent that knows what they're doing, and move quick. If you want a house, don't say, you know what, I think I'm going to wait, and then you lose it because you didn't make an offer and somebody else did.
Let me think about it for the weekend, and then come Monday, yeah, I want that house. No, it's gone.
It's happened a lot to me.
Right.
Yeah. And I don't push people. I'm just not a pushy person when it comes to stuff like that. I'm super pushy when it comes to living with Mark to get what I want. No, I'm just kidding. But it's true. If you want a house, if you really want one, put an offer in on it.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay. 4 things to do in buying a home. Now, speaking of a home, we don't have really a listed home this week, but we do have a home that you sold recently.
They're
right?
all frozen.
Speaking of,
It's true.
speaking of, you had a home
Yeah.
that I went to, and you wanted me, and the faucets were not covered.
I
right?
know, yeah.
And we were going to get down to 0 and 15 below wind chill.
Right.
So all 4 of the faucets were uncovered. The spigots.
Luckily,
outside
we had gone to Lowe's and we bought 6 of those covers.
Right.
And we bought extra thinking they might run out. Well, I'll tell you right now, they did run out. And this particular house had 4 outside hose spigots. And I think personally they always need to be covered
Right.
in our kind of weather, because I have had people not cover them, so it'll freeze, and then on the outside it freezes and then it goes inside, and when it thaws out inside your house, and that's a nightmare.
No.
So-
Yeah. So you called your handyman, and he put those insulated covers on the faucet.
Really tight.
Call me anytime, Mr. Handyman.
Hey.
Yeah, Mark's now he's a self-proclaimed handyman now, right?
How'd I do?
You did so good, so good. Yeah, it's really hard to do.
No, don't call me anytime.
Don't call me
Okay.
anytime. Yeah.
Okay.
No. It was great.
Okay, so
Great
you have
example.
a home that you sold last year. Great neighborhood.
Last year
And
was just 2 months ago. So the
Right.
reason we're bringing it up is because it was really a nice house. Really,
Right.
really beautiful.
Right.
And it's probably one of my favorite ones this last year.
Right, and it was fun to photograph.
Yeah,
as
Mark
well.
loved it.
We did videos on that. It was on a pond, and
This house wasn't professionally staged. This lady lived like this.
Right.
Right?
It
The
was-
minute we walk, because when I go into a new listing, I tell them, we're going to bring in a stager. We're going to move some of your things around, maybe take some things out, add some things. That's part of my service. I didn't have to do anything to her home. Her house was beautiful and perfect.
and shall I say, they got top dollar.
Oh, they did. It was-
Right,
yeah,
because it was stellar.
because it
was
was
well done.
She
and
had
updated.
she had
Right.
remodeled it, right?
Right.
So
Right.
it
No,
it
they-
was
they put some
totally
money into
they
it.
put some money into it. It's up to date. The buyers did not have to do one thing to that house, and they love it.
So if you have a house that you want listed come springtime, call Michelle. Call your realtor. If you don't have a realtor, call Michelle
Yeah.
because she knows everything about
I know
real estate.
everything about everything.
Right. Okay.
I think we should stop now while I'm ahead.
No, well, I mean, we just want one last time. Congratulations to Ines, our daughter-in-law. It's quite an achievement what she did
So
there
proud
to
of her.
become a U.S. citizen. So, congratulations, Ines. You are an American citizen.
Yeah. I love it.
Hello. I'm a citizen. Are you a citizen? I am.